Much about LaVarBall this season, even after LaVar's criticism of the team and Luke Walton. But yesterday, USA Today asked Magic about LaVar, and he did not hold back. Magic said, "I don't really worry about LaVar. He hasn't been a problem for me. We talk, but now that he's gone to Lithuania, it's a different story because he's not here as much. Even if LaVar says something that people think I should react to, I don't react because I don't have to. That's why I didn't react to the criticism of Walton. I didn't react to that. Till I say Coach Walton is having a problem or he is in trouble, he's not having problems and he's not in trouble. Until, Coach, you hear from me, you're good." Shannon, what was your takeaway from Magic's comments?
I think Magic is misspeaking the truth there. He's not telling all the way the truth. Because in November, it was reported by the LA Times and confirmed by LaVarBall after LaVar was critical of Luke Walton and the coaching staff, saying they were soft and they didn't know how to coach his son, Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka had a meeting with LaVarBall and his business managers at Lakers headquarters. So if what LaVarBall had no bearing and Magic wasn't worried about it, he would have never had this conversation.
Yep.
So we know Magic is not telling all the way the truth. I do agree with Magic. I think LaVarBall, being in Lithuania and being there with his two younger sons, has taken him away from the spotlight over here because Lonzo is already in the NBA. He's doing everything he possibly can to get these two younger sons to the NBA.
Yep.
But it does. And it's not normal. I'm sure there have been players that have been critical of other players and coaches, family members.
Yep.
But that was behind the scenes.
Yep.
They never said that publicly.
Nope.
This man has been critical public. The number 2 draft pick, father, has been openly critical of the coaching staff and some of the players and the style of play in which they play at. That's not normal. Magic had that meeting for a reason. So for Magic to say what LaVar says doesn't bother me and there's no concern, he's not telling he's not being truthful because it does. It's not. And Magic did in the article, Skip, he said that everything that LaVar wants to do is predicated on Lonzo being successful.
It is. We've made that point
abundantly clear.
Yes.
Yeah. He's right. Lonzo is secretariat.
Yeah. If Lonzo fails, LaVar disappears, right?
He's the Ron Turcotte. He has the easiest job. He's hyping it. The pressure that's on Lonzo is not because he's the number 2 pick. The pressure on Lonzo is because of his father said he was better in college than some of the all-time greats. That's what caused the pressure.
Yep.
Josh Jackson was what? The 4th pick in the draft. Jason Tatum was right behind him. There's not nearly the pressure because their moms or their dads or someone in their camp is not constantly saying they're better than some of the all-time greats. That's what started this pressure. Now, granted, there's always going to be pressure if you're a high draft pick and you go to the Lakers. You're a high draft pick and you go to the Celtics.
Sure.
We understand that.
Yep.
But he heaped more pressure on Lonzo Ball than what needed to be there because of what he said.
Yep.
So Magic saying that what LaVar says has no bearing on him, actually it does. Because that's why you scheduled that meeting. That's why you had the meeting. You and Rob Pelinka with LaVar and his business managers to tell him to tone it down. So Magic is not being all the way truthful, but I agree. He has to take the high road because this is what Magic knows. He's been around LaVarBall enough and he's heard enough. If you say something about him negative, he will respond. And he's not letting it go. And one thing we know about LaVar, he knows how to get under people's skin because he gets up under President Trump's skin better than anybody else can because he'll say something, Skip, and you know President Trump has to respond. So Magic is like, okay, look, he doesn't say, what he says has no effect. It doesn't bother me. But we know that he said some things in the past that bothered Magic Johnson.
I think you're exactly right. So I got a great kick out of all these quotes, and there are a bunch of them in the story. And I recommend people who are interested in Magic, LaVar, Alonzo to read this fairly lengthy piece by Josh Peter in USA Today. And yet, why did this happen? Why did Magic Johnson suddenly feel emboldened enough to go ahead and speak out strongly about all of the above? It's because he finally is in some position of strength because his team is 18-8 since January 7th. Lonzo had a little to do with that, maybe not that much, but they're 18-8 since January 7th. But since December 12th, over a 17-game span, all of a sudden, Lonzo Ball, who couldn't shoot a lick, is shooting 43% from the three-point line. So suddenly he went from disaster to three-point darling. So that gives the man who picked him second overall a little momentum, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the 6 games since Lonzo has just returned from his injury, he's shooting 50% from three, which is the second best in the NBA over that stretch. So the one thing, I'll go to the flashpoint, I'm with you on this. The one thing I disagreed with was that Magic is now on the record as saying, I think he and LaVar, have an arrangement that he's going to do his part as the dad, and I'm going to do my part as the president of the Lakers. Magic? No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Nope.
I think you can continue to do your part as the president of the Lakers, but I think LaVar is going to be LaVar, and I think they will have further clashes, and it may come as early as this afternoon. And I don't know where LaVar is. He's still in Lithuania. I'm not even sure about that, but he has been out of sight and fortunately out of mind for what, like a month or so?
Yeah, we hadn't heard from him in a while.
Haven't heard much, and I think that also empowered Magic to speak out because all has been very quiet on the Western Front, and it's been blissfully quiet, right? I've really enjoyed the last month without LaVar heaping more undue pressure on his kid. And I think his kid is actually, dare I say, relaxing a little bit when he plays basketball.
Yes.
And I'm seeing a different swagger, and Magic made the point that what he loves the most about Lonzo is he is a gym rat. So Magic had one bit of advice for Lonzo. The gym tunes out all the noise. Just go in the gym and it tunes everything out.
Right.
And the more shots you get up, the odds are the more they're going to go in when the lights are on, right? When it's time to play a real game. So he got up thousands of shots with the Lakers assistant coaches, and all of a sudden they started falling during the game. And as Magic said, you see Lonzo now, he's got a different walk because he's hitting his shot. Before he was like, I'm struggling from outside with my shot, and he was questioning himself for a little while. I believe that. I told you, I thought he lost some confidence. But now he's back on track, says Magic Johnson.
But here's the thing, Skip. This is what LaVar doesn't have anybody to blame. What was happening is that they were losing. Lonzo wasn't playing well. So this is what we know. It's always someone else's fault other than LaVar's or Lonzo. Now, LaVar was doing all this talking, but he had to blame someone. So it was Luke Walton. Because Luke Walton will not play this up-and-down style. Luke Walton won't play my son in the fourth quarter. That's why Lonzo is struggling. That's why they're losing. Lonzo is playing a little better. They're winning. So what's he going to complain about now? Now the rough patch, the stormy days seem to be behind them. Clear days are on the horizon. So LaVar doesn't have anything to say. But what happens? They hit a rough patch here, Skip. They say they lose 5. They lose 6 games. Lonzo doesn't play well. Like a turtle, he stick his head back up again.
You're probably right.
You know it.
Will Magic stick his head back up again?
Magic said what he had to say. Magic also said, look, I drive the ball a little bit. I drive the ball better than Lonzo. Lonzo shoots better than I do. We both have the same vision. What was he supposed to say? Man, this dude can't hold a candle to me. You know what he's supposed to say, Skip. That's the way he's supposed to paint the picture that, look, we took this guy for a reason. This guy have a lot of the same traits that I have. He's a better outside shooter. I could drive the ball better. But, hey, Magic turned himself into a great outside shooter. Now, he shot that set shot, Skip. You know what I'm saying? But he got Magic shot like 52%.
He's really good in the end. It took a while. So it took Michael Jordan a little while to learn a mid-range jump shot. But Magic was successful from three. He at least kept defenses honest from three, but he could really drive the basketball. And I thought that was a subtle message sent to Lonzo. You just gotta get to the rim.
But Magic understood, Skip. They started playing off Magic, saying we're not gonna let you drive the ball to the paint. So he had to develop that shot to make them respect him, a la LeBron James. They're like, okay, we'll give you that 3. We'll give you that jumper. We're just not going to let you drive the ball. Well, he starts making those shots. You got to push up on him. Now he can go by you. And that's what Magic would do. He started making that outside shot. You had to guard him. Now he goes by you again.
Okay.
And that's what Lonzo's going to have to do. Once Lonzo gets to be where he's a great, like, I'm going to the paint. I'm going to the rack, and you can't stop me.
Well, I told you what's going to happen first.
You have to get a little bigger?
No, he's going to have to be gym rat on free throws as well as three-point. Because
Right.
you can't make 48% and hope to survive, because right now you can tell me he doesn't have demons. Like I've said LeBron sometimes in the late games. But in this case, for 4 quarters, he's got demons.
Not
like,
the point guard.
I don't want to get in there. I might have to go to the free throw line.
Not the point
I don't want to go to the free throw line.
We've never seen a point guard.
You can't do it, man.
No,
You won't
the
last.
point guard got to be at the very minimum. Point guard should shoot 80%.
I agree. 80.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah.
As much as you handle the ball.
Well, you just got to, and I believe he will. So, back to Magic. He did fire off one shot at LaVar that I found very significant. He said that people have expected Magic to react to everything that LaVar says, and he says, I don't react because I don't have to. And he went on to say, till I say Coach Walton is having problems or is in trouble, he's not having problems and he's not in trouble. Boom. So he wanted to deliver the message. It only matters what I say, not what you say.
Exactly.
And again, he's giving LaVar a lot of credit for having impact, I think. But once again, I think he's doing what we are, saying that it's been so blissfully quiet. He's just saying, LaVar, just stay away.
Right.
We got this.
Right.
We're good. And he continues. He stood right by his proclamation that one day Lonzo Ball's jersey will be hoisted in the rafters and retired. He said, we are ecstatic with his progress. And he also said that, look, anybody would have started off bad with that type of expectations and pressure that he had. And obviously, it was all imposed upon him by his father.
Exactly. And the thing is, and he's saying, LaVar, if you want to do what you want to do, let us coach, let us develop your son. Because if he's not what he needs to be or what you think and what I think he can be, you about to go away.
He said everything LaVar wants to do depends on Lonzo's success.
Yes. So let us coach him, let us develop him, and we all going to be happy. We all going to be.
So I believe that Lithuania was the best thing that ever happened to Lonzo Ball.
I agree.
Right? Isn't it funny? Everything happens for a reason.
Lithuania.
It took Jell-O and some sunglasses in China.
That's correct. You know what? That all tied together.
Everything happens for a reason.
Strange.
Next up, LeBron James and the Cavs will be here in LA to play the Lakers on Sunday.